Morning guys, welcome to a fairly brisk, a little bit chilly morning in Bucharest. It's, what are we today, 21st of October. So winter's on the way, you can feel it now. The 30-degree days are gone, summer's definitely gone, so we're in the middle of autumn now, and yeah, it's starting to get cool. So we've had a couple of 15-degree days last few days. Nights are getting down to 2 degrees. So yeah, October's that month where the change really kicks in. So, but anyway, I'm been busy the last couple of weeks, pretty busy. So just decided today to head out of Bucharest and head up to Sinaia and spend a couple of days there. Just still going to work, but obviously it's up in the mountains, the Bucegi Mountains, and nice ski resort, smaller ski resort type place. A couple of gondolas that go up the mountain to various heights, and nice little town. The air there is absolutely exceptionally fresh, and they say it's one of the most therapeutic spots for air anywhere in the world. It's just got some ionizing effect to it or something, but it's a really nice, idyllic little town. So yeah, just going up there for a couple of days, and rent a sort of villa, self-service apartment thing up on the side of the mountain. Work, relax, clear the head, get some fresh air, and then back to Bucharest. So just thought I'll record as I go along. But this is leaving Bucharest at the moment, so heading out past the main airport, past Henry Coanda, and on the highway that heads down to Ploiesti, and then from there take the mountains. The road starts to curl up through the Bucegi Mountains. Sinaia is one of the first sort of stops on the mountain. It's not that high up, and then you go up a little bit further, you get to Peles. Peles probably one of the highest points up there. Another nice place to get away, slightly smaller than Sinaia, but it does have a dedicated ski run there, not far from the train station. And then from Peles you continue on not that far, and start descending the other side of the range down to Bucegi. And obviously, well, I don't say obviously because people have never been here don't know, but Bucegi is, yeah, it's worth going and having a look at. So it is one of the main tourist attraction cities in Romania, mainly because it's different influences over the period, you know, different architecture, different styles. The black church there, which is worth having a look at, and of course everyone wants to climb up the mountain and see the Bucegi sign, like the Hollywood sign up the other side of the mountain. I'll just change lanes while talking. And yeah, there's obviously a lot of nice hiking around Bucegi as well through the mountains. You can catch a train from Bucharest as well. It's actually not that far. It's probably an hour and 50 minutes, nearly 2 hours by train. Trains here they don't always look the best on the outside, but they're always comfortable inside. They're functional, you know. I suppose summer is the only period you've got to be a bit careful depending on which train you catch, because you don't always get the air conditioning working, and they can be sweltering hot sometimes. Ploiesti, 24 kilometers. Okay, so there's another nice area. There's another nice area as you head outside Bucharest, probably 25 k's out, called Sinaia. So, you know, if you're looking for some forest, and a nice green forested area with then Snugov is the place to go. It is a little bit expensive, but you can find bargains in there. But it's a weird little place because it's tucked away right in the middle of the forest, and it's got all these strange little communities in there and facilities that just pop up, and you're driving along a forested road and suddenly there's an old abandoned, I think it was a recreational centre that went bankrupt or something, but it's just right in the middle of the bush. So another month's time, you've got to be a little bit careful driving out this way because, will we be 20th of November? Yeah, maybe. Start to get snow and ice on the roads out here, so we've got to be careful, especially at the black ice, because the black ice very hard to see, and you hit it. Look at that beautiful wooden church. You hit it and you just go skidding. So I'm in no rush. I'm just happy to sit on the speed limit and take my time getting to Sinaia and just enjoy the drive, you know, like. So yeah, am I patriotic? Yes. Am I a nationalist? I would say yes. That's the other thing that I get annoyed with at the moment, is the ability to identify as a nationalist and be nationalistic and take pride in your country and what your country represents and how it identifies itself, you know, and the history of your country. You know, as soon as you tag yourself as a nationalist now, it becomes a dirty word. It's almost, you know, it's associated with being extreme right-wing, fascist, racist, all those things, you know, which is absolutely ridiculous. Again, like I said, I'm nationalistic. You know, I'm British Australian. I have 2 passports. I identify with both. You know, I love my Australian upbringing. Fuck me. Sorry guys, that was just ridiculous. That car was just going way too slow, and these other ones are going way too fast in the fast lane. This is a 70 km/h zone here through the township, and you know, these guys are sitting on 100. So that's why we have these accidents we're talking about, because there's just too much. Nobody sort of really obeys the rules. Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying about nationalism, I think whether I agree with the politics of America or not is a different story, and how they project themselves around the world. They talk about other countries being aggressive, like Russia, etc., which I think again is very hypocritical, because Russia pretty much just sits in Europe doing its own thing, yet it's encircled by America and bases and troops and missiles right up on its borders all over Europe. So it's a bit hypocritical when America says Russia is being aggressive or flexing its might. But what I do like about America, I do like the passion for the country. I do like the fact that everybody is patriotic. I do like the support they have for the, you know, the old red, white and blue. And I think that's a healthy thing. It should be commended. yeah, so I just wish more of us could express our views like that, and just be left alone. Just, you know, don't tag us, don't tag me as racist, don't tag me as right wing, because I'm not. I just consider myself to be to the right of politics and my political views, and like I said, I combine that with being someone who has a great sense of pride in their country, you know, because I've served in uniform, and so I have pride in both countries. You know, I love my European heritage because that's where I was born. I also consider myself to be Australian because my mother's from Australia. So to stick up for your country, wave your country's flag, support its history, and to say that you want that history to remain intact for generations to come, so they understand what happened to build the country, how it was built, the sacrifices people made to keep it democratic and free. I think that's important, you know, and at the moment this push for all of us to take one narrative, for all of us to, for these apologists again who feel that we need to apologise for the distant past now, not the immediate past, but the distant past, people that have never had anything to do with it. This ongoing need to keep apologising for it, I think, is absolutely ridiculous as well. And not only that, this call to erase history and parts of history, take monuments and statues down, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, those statues were going, what's going on in America at the moment, I mean, it saddens me because you just see total division in the society over there. I mean, there's a wedge that's been driven firmly between both sides of politics and certainly the community over there, and it's really got toxic. You know, from a distance you can see how toxic it is. You see things like the Confederate statues and things being pulled down and desecrated, and you know, that's part of what built the country. You know, the country struggled, good or bad, whether, depending on which side you come down on and to what extent you support it. It's all part of what defined the place and the fabric that built the place. And you don't erase one side of that, because you need to remember those things. And mainly, I suppose, you take the good with the bad, but you remember the bad because the bad allows you to make sure that you don't make those kind of mistakes again. Sorry, a bit bumpy there, guys, at the start of that re-recording, but this is Ploiesti, so the big power stations here. I'm holding the GoPro on my selfie stick, by the way, because I've got to get one of those, I don't know, what do you actually call them? The ones with the wiggly rubber legs, so that I can actually position the GoPro in the dashboard here the way I want it, because even though my selfie stick spreads into 3 legs, it doesn't quite sit the way I want it to sit on the dashboard. So look at these massive pipes. See the silver. So what those power stations do, most of them are not only power stations, but they're boiler stations as well. So they boil hot water, and they pump the hot water through the pipes, those big pipes, all the way into the city. So you see the Ploiesti over there, so this is Ploiesti. And you can see the pipes, I think you can see the pipes running over there to my right.
In 800 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit.
So they came up, crossed the road underground, went across to my right, and those big pipes supply hot water mainly to the apartment blocks in the city. So they're pumped from the pipes straight into the apartment blocks. So that's where your hot water comes from. And it's also hot water for everything. So it's hot water for your showers, it's hot water for your showers, hot water for your centrala or your calorifer, which are the heating panels, the old metal heating panels on the walls, which are very common in Eastern Europe.
Exit the roundabout.
So yeah, the hot water gets pumped straight from the pipes into the blocks, through the heating panels, and you'll find that the water, the hot water at the moment is gearing up for the year because it's obviously getting cold. Might not be on totally yet. The trigger they normally use to turn the hot water on for the city, and in Bucharest, you've got about 4 big plants that power the city and give it its hot water during winter and other times for showers and things. And what they normally use to turn the heating hot water on, the trigger, is they need 10 consecutive days of 10 degrees or less.
600 meters. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So as soon as they hit that 10 days, 10 consecutive days of 10 degrees or less, and then on goes the heating system, so the hot water. And the crazy thing with that is sometimes some of the older panels you can't regulate, so you can't turn them down or turn them off. It's like they're on and they're on, and they're very bloody effective, believe me. The heat that they radiate, very effective. Hey guys, so still on the way to Sinaia. Got 19 k's to go. It's nice along here, this road, because you start to get all the pensione. Pensione is the equivalent in English is guest house. So they're all the little nice private rustic guest houses, different quality styles, but they're all along here, so you can pick one and stay, or wait till you get up in the mountains. There's a lot of these for sale at the moment, so anywhere you see the sign saying Devanzare, the Devanzare is for sale. So obviously, because of Corona and the recession that's going on, not only here but around the world, see this idiot here? This guy seems to think this is 2 lanes here. This is not a 2-lane road. This is a 1-lane road. So it's 1 lane on this side, 1 lane on the other side, but he's driving as though he thinks this is wide. That's one of the problems in Bucharest. You'll have a road like this, which is technically, it's 1 lane either side, but it's a nice wide lane, but people seem to think it's 2 lanes, and they push up next to you to make an extra lane. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Then he overtook while there's another car coming, and he just expected the other car to move in its lane to accommodate him. Now that's the trouble with some knucklehead drivers here. They just don't understand the road or the road rules, or maybe it's just a total lack of, I just don't give a shit about the road rules. It's really the frustrating thing here, because like I said, this is a beautiful place to drive and just look at the scenery and things, but again, you're constantly just watching for what someone else is doing. Like this car here, is it going to respect and wait, or is it just going to pull out? You don't know. So anyway, back to the road. Yeah, look, like I said, I've been this way via train, first time driving, and it is a nice scenic road to drive on, because we're just starting to get up to the mountains. We literally right are at the base of the mountains at the moment. Again, I don't know what it is, but every time I start filming on a road, driving, I end up getting a bloody big truck in front. So instead of you guys getting to see nice scenery and road ahead, you get to see the back of a nice truck. That's a pretty interesting rig on this truck, and I have no idea what that is. Whether it's fuel or it's some kind of milk pasteurizing truck. On my left there, you can see the train track. Alright, so this is the train, that train, set of train tracks there, they literally go all the way to Hungary. So that one will gradually wind up through the mountains, through past where I'm going to Brașov, and then continue up northwest, like I said, to Arad, to the border with Hungary, and cross into Hungary if it's the right train. There is a train called that leaves from Hungary. I think it's called the Ista Overnighter, which I've been on. So look at the houses. I mean, this is, I love these little communes here, the little communities, because again, everybody here knows each other, everyone supports each other. And it is sad going through some of them, because some of them are dying out, especially the ones that are a bit further out from the main towns, because there's nothing to support them anymore. So a lot of the younger people leave, it's just the older people left. A lot of the houses are up for sale. A lot of them sit abandoned. But yeah, it is a nice, definitely a nice place to drive through around here. And as you get further up, it gets prettier. Just wish this bloody truck would get out of the way, man. Come on. I mean, look at that scenery. Nice scenery up there. Magazine Alimentar. So that's just like, oh, here's a little roadside market. So I might stop at that on the way back if it's still going. Yeah, Magazine Alimentar is just like, how do you say, what would be the best equivalent in English? Grocery shop, grocery store. Convenience, maybe. Convenience store or grocery store. So they're equivalent of, they just sell the basic necessities. Really is a beautiful little town, this one. It's got the mountains on the right. All this different beautiful architecture here. You've got the Sinaia railway station down to my right at the bottom. It's one of the most beautiful, outstanding stations, and it's actually the Royal, still classed as the Royal train station.
In 600 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit. In 200 meters, at the roundabout, take the fourth exit.
So it's just a magical little town. It's so clean, and it's just like I mean, look at it. It's like a fairy tale town. It's amazing. It's like something out of a movie set.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
And look at the mountains in the background. Look at this. So these beautiful, different style architecture totally here. This is a German influence around this area. So look at these houses. And how is that for a road and a backdrop? I mean, look at that. So this is the area I've often said to people I'd easily come and retire here, just buy something like that. You know, a nice wood house sitting up on the side of the hill. There's a lot for sale around here at the moment, and actually very, very reasonably priced. So beautiful looking, beautiful little town, very clean, very nicely laid out. The air here is superb. So fresh and clean. And again, just a different style of architecture.
In 300 meters, turn right. Turn right, then turn right. Turn right.
So I'm waiting to turn right. I will. GPS, give me a break. Okay guys, so this is Sinaia. This is the main street in Sinaia I've been heading to. So a lot of hotels, a lot of terraces. That hotel over there, that white and brown Germanic style looking building, it's called the Rina Cherbul. I've stayed there a couple of times. Nice old place, very rustic, a bit run down, but nice. A beautiful town this. It's like something out of a movie set. It's almost like a play town. It's so nice and clean. And the air here is just amazing. It's really, really fresh mountain air. It's not up that high. It's at the base of the mountain, so not up too high. But nice architecture. You see that building with the spire through there. And a good view of Rina Cherbul from back here. So I just thought I'd come and do a little bit of shopping, get a few groceries, and so I can take them back to the hotel later. So Bucharest went back into code red, or scenario red, the other day, where all the restaurants and things shut down again internally. So not sure how it's been affected here, but find out. So as you can see, beautiful little town. Architectural styles are got that real German influence to them. Just the wood and the roofs. So nice down here. And I think you can see at the top of the mountain up there, there's one of the cable car or the gondola towers. So I'll go up and catch the gondola later and go up the top of the mountain. So I haven't been here before in autumn, only in winter, when this whole place was covered in snow and ice down this footpath. So this is a little square, but I'll go in and get a few bits and pieces. Hey guys, welcome back to the next day in Sinaia. So this is the main street. Coming the other way, heading back into town. So I just went to look for a pharmacy. The one that I was waiting outside said closed. Opens at 10. It was about 10 to 10, thinking it's opening at 10. Then two ladies came out and said, "Oh, you waiting for the pharmacy?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, we're not open." I said, "When's it going to be open? Another hour or so?" She said, "Oh, 2 days." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, we're cleaning at the moment." So I said, "Okay, no worries." So apparently there's two down here. So somewhere on the right. Ah yeah, there's one, Medi Farm. So there's one back there, Medi Farm. I just got to work out where I can go to park. Oh, look at this little toy train thing coming along. Like I said, it is a beautiful beautiful town. This, the architecture, I've said it a few times the last couple of days, but it really is. And it's so clean. Alright, we've got a roundabout here, so I'll go round the roundabout and come back around. So roundabouts here opposite to Australia, so we give way roundabouts here to the left. Which again, once you've been conditioned to do that, you know, your whole driving life, most of it, takes a while to get used to, but yeah, pretty used to it now. So I just got to find somewhere I can park, and then after the plan after that, pharmacy, find a coffee, and then up to the gondolas to go up the mountain. So there's got to be somewhere up here that offers parking. That's the really difficult thing about here. There's it's very limited parking. So I'll go around this roundabout again. See if this parking here is open to the public or not. Don't know if it is. Let's have a look. Soon find out.